നമസ്കാരം എല്ലാ മീഡിയ സുഹൃത്തുക്കളെയും സ്വാഗതം ചെയ്യുകയാണ്. മദർ തെരേസ ആൻഡ് മീ എന്ന ചിത്രത്തിൻ്റെ പത്രസമ്മേളനമാണ് നടക്കുവാൻ പോകുന്നത്. ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് മൂവിയാണ്. മദർ തെരേസ എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയാവുന്ന ഒരു വ്യക്തി തന്നെയാണല്ലോ.
But this is we're very proud and very happy with our film. We're going to be releasing on 5th of May. The story of Mother Teresa is a new take on Mother Teresa. It is showing the woman as you not have seen her before, because it is the woman behind the mask or behind the saint, behind the role she had played all her life. Because what not many people know is that Mother Teresa lost her face. She went into a dark night of the soul that lasted from the moment she started working. It started when she worked on the slum and lasted until her death. Only a few of her confessors knew about this, and we also know about this because these confessors, one of them has, with the Vatican, published her letters, her personal letters after her death, and they are available into a book to the public audience. So we based a lot of our research around these letters, and also with meeting a lot of people who've been working with Mother Teresa, but also we studied a lot of material that was not directly coming from Mother Teresa, but looked at Mother Teresa from another angle. And that helped us to create a character that was, we find, more true to life. So this is how this film, Mother Teresa and Me, started. And the idea of how do we identify to a character like Mother Teresa, who faced being abandoned by Jesus all her life, that's why we came up with a second story of Kavita, a young British woman of today who is going through similar emotions. And by understanding the story of Kavita, by understanding the emotions of Kavita today, of a young woman of today, we can that way understand what Teresa went through. So this is the basic of the plot, the premise that we have put together for this film. So again, we have been presented with Jacqueline Fritschi-Corna. She's a Swiss actress, and she was the one who had the idea to make a film about Mother Teresa. And through her, a lot of funds with a foundation were given for this film, so that every profit goes for poor children in education and health. That's one of the premise of production. And then for the second story of Kavita, we have Banita, Sandhu, who came in the project and give it really the outlook and the fresh outlook of today's situations of women. So that way we can have a better understanding of the whole thematics and the whole themes that are being discussed in our movie.
Mother Teresa has traveled too much, and she's not used to the AC in the mother house. So, of course, in the beginning, I had a lot of respect, and I felt this responsibility to play such a character, such an incredible personality. But it was a wonderful journey to go together with Kamal Mussal as a scriptwriter and as a director. I certainly did a huge research. We saw a lot of documentaries. We read a lot of biographies. We have spoken with people around the world to really, get the essence of Mother Teresa. We also, I visited her family in Skopje, North Macedonia, Primer, Albania. I learned the Albanian accent in the English. I learned some Bengali. I worked with the sisters at the Shishu Bhavan in Calcutta to really get to know their work, their vision, and their dedication. I also went to stay in a monastery in the center of Switzerland to better understand the relationship between a nun and Jesus Christ in the suffering on the cross. And it was a huge journey, but I really think that it was a gift for my life, not only for my profession. I feel very grateful and very honored to be in this movie. And we hope to inspire lots of people around the world to live with more action, love in action, with more compassion, and to have their own visions and to stuck with them even in times of troubles and doubts, like Mother Teresa did.
Hello, everyone. And is the mic working? Yeah. Oh, thank you for coming. Stepping into the role of Kavita was, in a lot of ways, we're similar. We're both young girls from London trying to find our path in life. But she's also very different from me. She has, how do I say this nicely? She has a bit of an aggressive streak in her, which she's a rebel and I'm not. So trying to step into that zone was a little difficult for me. Kamal and I worked a lot in rehearsals before the movie to kind of build up this inner strength and aggression within. I feel like anger is actually a very difficult emotion to play on screen. It's probably the hardest for me, so I think that was the most difficult part of this role.
The release will start on the 5th of May. It's a pan-India release, yeah, in all major cities and smaller cities. It's going to be released in English, and there will be a version in Hindi as well. Sorry? How many what? No, screens. Maybe I can explain also my motivation for this film. My motivation to make a film about compassion came when I was approached by Jacqueline about a film about Mother Teresa. Is that I have been in my other experiences. I was filming a lot of poor people or dying people, either after war or either in places of despair and misery in different continents. So I have been coming across, misery often, and when you film this, you are always protecting yourself a little bit. You have to do something with your emotions, and this movie for me was the occasion to use this emotion and put them forward, to make a melodrama, to make something with how do you react when somebody is like in a very bad state, because we all have the habit sometimes to take distance. We have the habit to not, try to look too much at misery, but at some point and somewhere we know it is affecting us. Some of us do some things, some of us don't. And I think this film shows that it's very easy to do a tiny little thing to another person to be able to change the world and to change yourself. It's now being released at this moment in South America, in 6-7 countries. It will be released in Brazil as well. It has been dubbed in Spanish. The film has been released in our home in Switzerland. It will be, after India, it will be released in the States in the month of September. And we bring the film to Cannes Festival to also open it to a European distributor.